Bitch, this shit hot, boy.
What's up, everybody? We've been wanting to make this video for a little while now, so today we're going to be teaching you how to wheelie on a dirt bike in a few simple steps.
How to wheelie.
Before you start trying to wheelie, just make sure that you're comfortable on the bike that you have.
So the first step before you even turn your bike on is you're going to want to learn what controls you have to use and why. So come over here and I'll show you. So you're going to want to use the throttle, of course, the clutch, and the back brake. So the way that you even pop the front wheel off the ground is using a combination of the throttle and the clutch. You pull the clutch in, give it throttle, and drop the clutch. So the last control that you're going to use in a wheelie is the rear brake. So if you get too far back, hitting the rear brake will bring the front wheel down. And when you're wheeling, you want to always make sure your foot is covering the rear brake. In case you do get too far back, this is going to save you from looping out.
So the second step when you learn how to wheelie is just learning brake control. So when you're starting off, you're just going to want to pop the front wheel up a little bit by just pulling in the clutch and giving it throttle, dropping the clutch. And once that wheel pops up a tiny bit, just start slamming on the rear brake. That way you build muscle memory. So starting when your bike is on, it's just going to be all like this. Pull the clutch in, give it a little bit of gas, drop that clutch. Right when you drop the clutch, the front wheel's going to pop up. You're just going to slam that rear brake.
And depending on what bike you have, you're going to either want to be in first or second gear. First gear is going to be super sensitive, so we recommend second, just so you don't give it too much throttle and drop the clutch and get too far back. So it's going to be really important that you do that over and over again. So just pop the front wheel up a little bit, slam the back brake over and over and over until using the back brake to get the front wheel down is second nature. So once you're comfortable using the rear brake to bring the front wheel back down, all you're going to want to do from there is work on getting further and further back. So your goal is going to be to get to balance point, which is where you can ride the wheelie forever without changing speed. So that's going to be the middle point between falling forward because you're not far enough back and then looping backwards because you're too far back. And you're modulating the throttle and the rear brake perfectly to stay at a constant speed and be perfectly balanced.
So first you're going to want to make sure your bike starts.
So when you go from learning the brake control and then trying to get the wheel further and further back, it's going to take some time because at first it's scary. It feels like you're going to fall backwards. And then eventually you'll learn to trust the brake and have trust that when you tap the brake, it's going to bring you down and you'll eventually be able to get to that balance point. So those are the basic steps to learn how to wheelie. And once you do get to the point where you're comfortable wheeling at balance point, there's going to be small things that will be personal preference. Where you sit on the seat, how far you lean forward and lean back. If you're positioned further back on the seat and lean your body further back, the balance point is going to be a little lower. So all that's just going to be personal preference on what feels most comfortable for you.
After watching this, you should be a master at wheelies.
Thank you everybody for watching. That was our how to wheelie video. We got more videos coming soon, vlogs, other how-tos, maintenance tutorials on the bikes, and a lot more coming soon. So thank you for watching and we'll see you next time.
I ain't really into popping off, cause begging ain't my type. Finna put a Benz in my parking lot, and my brothers shoot, they don't fight. So we don't really sit and just talk a lot. Don't think I had an off night. She see me slide in that parking lot, I think she like the off-white. And no, I really don't say a lot, they heard and know what I did. Can't wait until